For a very long time, I've been using a makeup bag to hold all my crochet supplies. But since I first started crocheting, I've invested in other hooks and other more supplies as I go. So now this bag is being a little bit cramped. So I've been thinking about crocheting my own crochet hook case. So today I think we're gonna give it a try and see how it turns out. For the main body of the project, I'm going to use a medium number 4 yarn from Barnet. This is 100% acrylic. I'm going to use a 4mm hook. We will also need a scissors, stitch marker, darning needle. We're going to start with the slip knot. We're going to chain to the length of the pouch that we want. So this is chain 30. The first row we're going to do single crochet along the bump in the back of the chain. So I like to do that because that way when you turn around, the first row will look like a regular single crochet. So we're just gonna turn our chain and insert the little bump here and create our single crochet. When you want to create single crochet over these little bumps, sometimes it's a little bit hard to insert. The key is when you chain, leave the chain a little bit loose. Don't pull it too tight. If you pull it too tight, the bump will be very tight and it's hard to insert. So we're just gonna do single crochet along every stitch in this row. The first couple of rows always seems a little bit tricky, but just be patient and slowly work through it. Okay, so we are at the end of the first row. Hey guys, so I was working through the project halfway and I realized in the original video I actually give you the wrong information, so let's try that again. When we turn the project, traditionally we would chain 1 and then turn the work and continue our stitches. But in this project, I'm doing it differently because I want to avoid that bumpy edge. So we are actually going to do it this way. We're going to go ahead and turn the project. And we're going to insert immediately to the first loop and pull it through and create a single crochet. And you will see there are 2 loops here. First loop, second loop. We're going to work through the second loop here. We will insert and yarn over and create another single crochet, just like so. So this create a height of stitches for us to work through. Now, because I'm working with double crochet in this row, I will create 1 more single crochet through the second loop in the middle here. So pull through, create a pull through. So that way I have created a height enough for me to work through double crochets. So from now on, I will continue to work through my double crochet by yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, and yarn over. So that's the way to work through the turn without the bumpy edge. So I hope that helps. So let's continue with the video. The first 10 stitches, we're going to do regular double crochet. So let's do another 9 stitches. So the first one we did count as a stitch, and then we'll do 9 more double crochet. So to double crochet, we yarn over, insert it into the regular V loop, pull it through, pull through the 2 loops, and pull through again. Yarn over, insert, pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. So let's do that 7 more times. Okay, so now we have 10 regular double crochets. So starting from the next stitch, we're going to do double crochet, but in the back loop only. There's the front loop and there's the back loop, and we're going to use the back loop. So yarn over, insert the back loop, pull through, pull up the loop and give it a little height, pull through 2 loops and pull through 2 loops. That is our first double crochet in the back loop. Let's stitch mark this. So we should have the back loop double crochet for 20 stitches, so for the rest of the row. That yarn over, insert in the back loop, pull through 2 loop, pull through 2 loop. So let's work through that row, and I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Okay, so we are at the end of the double crochet in the back loop. Now we're gonna pivot, and we start to use the front loop here. We're gonna create a pocket using the front loop. So I'm gonna go ahead and yarn over, insert the front loop, pull through, yarn over, and yarn over. So we're gonna do that for the rest of the row. Insert, yarn through, pull through, pull through. Okay, so this is our first pocket essentially. So what we're gonna do now is, remember the stitch where you had the first back loop stitch? We're gonna remove the stitch marker. I'm gonna chain 1 and turn and insert into this first loop, and also the loop where we had that back loop stitch. So you should have 4 double loops on your hook. We're gonna yarn over to do a single crochet. Do the same for the rest of the 20 stitches. Okay, so this is our first pocket. Let's give it a try. So this is our first pocket. For hooks that has a handle like this, it's a little bit more traction. Let me try if it works. Once we build out the pouch, it will be a lot easier because it will have more structure and more sturdy. But it works fine now. Okay, good. Okay, in the next row, we're gonna do the same way that we did just now. We're gonna go ahead and turn without chaining, but insert and do a single crochet first. And then we're going to use this second loop here, insert again, pull through, and yarn over. So this is our turn loop. Now we are going to do single crochet for the first 20 stitches. Okay, so after the 20 stitches, to make up the height, for the rest of the 10 stitches, we're going to do double crochets. So yarn over, insert, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops. This is what it looks like after finishing the 3rd row. In the next few rows, we will repeat the same patterns. We're going to turn and do another row of double crochet, front loop and back loop to create a pocket, and then we turn to do a single crochet. So we're going to keep doing that until we create 5 of these pockets. Okay, so I just finished the row with the 4th pocket. Because I want this to be a 3rd fold case, we're going to do something a little bit different in the next row. We're going to do the thing. We're going to go over and immediately insert the first loop to create a single crochet. And we're going to insert again in the front loop, in the second loop, yarn through and create another single crochet. So this is our first stitch. And then for the rest of the row, I'm going to do single crochet in the front loop only. So front loop, back loop. I'm going to insert the front loop, pull through, single crochet, front loop, pull through, single crochet. So we're going to do that for the entire row. Okay, so this is the last stitch of my single crochet in the front loop. We're going to turn and we're going to do the same thing. Insert right away, pull up a loop and pull it through. And we're going to do this 2 times. So insert the second loop, pull it through and pull it through. So for this row, we're going to continue to do single crochet in this row, but in the back loop only. So front loop, back loop, we're going to insert it into the back loop. So insert, pull through. So it's just the opposite of what we did in the last row. What it does is it's going to create an edge. So when we fold this pocket, fold this case, this is going to give us a nice edge. Okay, we finished the second row of single crochet. We're going to turn just like we did in previous rows. We're back to putting in pockets. We're going to insert first, create a single crochet, and then use the second loop to create another single crochet. So we have to go back to doing double crochets. So I have to actually insert the 3rd time into the second loop and create one more single crochet to create that height. In this next row, because I have these bigger hooks that is hard to insert into this regular pocket, so I am going to create a few wider pockets for these fatter hooks. If you have regular hooks just like these ones, these will fit even, so this one is 8 mm. It will fit through these pockets, so you can continue to create the same size of pockets in the next part of the project, but I am going to actually create bigger pockets. So to create bigger pockets, I am going to insert one more time because I am actually going to do triple crochets in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4 times of single crochet in this row to build up that height. So to create triple crochet, I'm going to yarn over twice, insert, I have 4 loops on my hook, yarn over 2 loops, yarn over 2 loops again, yarn over 2 loops the third time. So the same way, I'm going to create 10 triple crochets in this row.
Where's your phone? Can you answer?
Okay, after the 10 triple crochets, I'm going to do the same with the back loop. So I'm going to do triple crochets in the back loop. So it's the same concept. You're just doing it in different heights of crochets. You're just doing different heights of stitches.
What if I was asleep on the floor? Wait. There's a spider trap. It's connected to your computer. And it's dangling from its web. I think it might be.
So once we are done with the triple crochet in the back loop, we're going to do the same, doing triple crochet in the front loop to create that pocket again. Once we are finished the front loop side, we're doing it the same way. I chain one and turn, and then I will connect the pocket by single crocheting along the edge. So that's the wider pocket. Let me try this. So this wider pocket is going to be able to fit the feather hook. So this is the biggest hook I have. It's 9mm. So this will be able to fit. Oh, we're going to come back and finish the other side. Now this side would be the same. So I'm single crocheting for 20 stitches. And then this would be double crochet to make up the height. So the same concept. I'm gonna continue to make a few more of these bigger pockets. So I'll meet you guys back when I finish this part. Okay, so I'm done with the bigger pocket. So this is the middle part of the case. So I have 4 pockets here, 3 pockets here. I went ahead and do the 2 single crochet rows where I do the front loop and the back loop. In the next section, I'm going to repeat the patterns for these 4 pockets. So I will create another sleeve on the side here with the 4 pockets. It's optional for you. If you like bigger pockets, you can follow this section here to create 3 big pockets just like this one. Or you can do the same and create 4 pockets with the double crochets. We're gonna go ahead and work on the other sleeve, and then I'll meet you guys back. So I have finished this side with 4 pockets. So we have the 3 sides basically completed. What I'm gonna do now is to make it a little bit more finished. I'm going to single crochet around the whole project. Just make the edge a bit more clean. So I'm at my last crochet stitch. After the last pocket was made, I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to just insert. So this is the top side of the case. I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to insert into any space that I can find on the top row here. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just try to find a space that is the best to insert. And I'm going to single crochet along it. Again, there's no perfect way to do it, just try your best to find a space for it. So when we get to the corner, we're gonna chain 2. We'll insert it into the same loop to create that corner. And then this is the other side of the case, and I will continue to do the single crochet. Same method, we're gonna go around all 4 sides to do the single crochet, and then I'll meet you guys back. Okay, so I'm getting to the last stitch of my siding. I can slip stitch, close it off, and we can cut the yarns. Basically, this is the shape. We're gonna fold it this way and this way. So this is the general shape of it. Okay, so to finish up our case, I'm gonna add a little bit more details here. So I have made this little puff flower. We're gonna use this as the button. You can also use regular button, it's up to you. I just adore these little flowers here. I have another video that shows how to make this puff flower, so make sure you go check that out as well. When I make the puff flower, I'm leaving the tail in like this at the bottom. So what we're gonna do is we're going to pull these little tails over to the other side of the sleeve here. There's really no perfect way to do it, but like basically I want to tie it in the back, just like so. So I'm just finding 2 openings here and pull both of these tails in, just like so. So now over on the other side, we're going to tie these up. In a couple knots, just like so. If you're using a regular button, you probably need to use a thread to sew it through. So either way, if you have like these cute little buttons as well, but that's basically what it's like on this side. So I'll be back after I sew in the tails. Okay, so that's what it looks like. To finish the project, we need to make the little loop over the flower. So to make the loop, we're gonna find a space across the flower in the back of the case here. So I would find the center space, maybe move up 1 stitch. So about here. Insert the hook. We're gonna pull through the hook here. Tie a little knot. I'm gonna tie 2 knots just to make it secure. And I'm gonna insert the hook again, pull through the loop to get it on the hook again. Now we're gonna chain 20. Okay, so that's chain 20. We can kind of measure to make sure, like when we do a loop here, it's gonna be long enough for the little flower. It is a little bit stretchy, so don't make it too long. I chain 20, it seems to be just right. I'm gonna chain 1 first and single crochet all the way back. Once we got the single crochet all the way back, in the last stitch here, I'm going to pull through this loop again, the first loop in this single crochet chain, just like this. I'm going to yarn over and pull it through to make a slip stitch, just like so. And then we're gonna slip stitch one more time to make a loop. Now we can tie it off. Before we cut off the yarn, let's try it out and see if it's long enough. We'll close, go through the little flower just like this. Perfect. Okay, so now we know that this is all secure. Let's give it one more pull and we can cut off the yarn. Okay, we're gonna thread this through. I'm gonna find a spot. I always like to give it another loop just to make it extra secure. And then we can hide the tail in these little loops. Okay, so this is our finished product. There's quite enough space for all these hooks. I also put my little stitch markers over here, and you can put scissors here as well. And there you go. This is our tutorial for this cute crochet hook pouch or case. I hope you like this tutorial. If you find it helpful, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.